When it comes to making 8.6 blackout brass, we found that if you anneal your cases, they last quite a bit longer. So my old Anneal Z, or however you want to say it, Anneal Easy, finally went out. So the amazing people over at Burst Fire set me up with this. Now, I did receive a discount for this, but it wasn't free. So I did use some of my own money to purchase this because I really believe in their products. They make exceptional products, and they have a great warranty to back it up. So everything from these small handles that will save your hands during brass prep to the torch tip, which is definitely top notch. It's something that I'm familiar with. Hey Wookie. I'm familiar with that torch tip from, you know, soldering copper, and just as a beekeeper myself, we use that to light our smoker because it's super easy to use, and it's just it's a quality product. So even when it comes to the tip that's used on this, you get what you pay for. It's real quality. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this machine out, and I'm very excited. Go ahead and throw that over there, because like I said, when it comes to making 8.6 blackout brass from any kind of 6.5 Creedmoor brass, annealing it is going to give you the best results, and your brass is going to last a lot longer. So you can use any 6.5 brass to play around with and convert and try and make it work. The reason why I choose Hornady is because you don't have to use the neck turning tool up there. So just about every other brass that I've played with so far, I found that the neck is just a little bit too thick, which makes it, well, it doesn't chamber. You end up having to mortar your rifle to knock it out. But back to the point, this is the 2-in-1 case prep and annealing, or annealing and case prep from Burst Fire. Let's go ahead and get in here and see what we got. Alright, so now they did send me over some Preston brass, which definitely excited about that because I've heard that they've gotten 15 to 20 firings off of each one of these pieces of brass. So I am going to go ahead and give that a shot and see if we can't convert that. It's kind of a shame because I'd rather load this and use this for my 6.5 Creedmoor, but anyways, it's not. I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna convert it over using the Dillon CP2000 behind me. See if I can't pan that around so you can see it a little better. So I am gonna go ahead and convert it on that press into 8.6 blackout. Highly revered brass there. Now, let's see. All right, another Burst Fire product here, and oh, nice. My reamers and primer pocket cleaners are here, as well as, let's see what else we've got here. Oh yeah, this is gonna make it very nice. Okay, so, and these handles, like I said, these handles are a lifesaver for your hands. Really excited about this. This is the newest one that Burst Fire offers. So top of the line. Let's go ahead and see what else is in here. Alright, so this is going to be the Magnum wheel. Here I've got the feed ramp adapter, and let's go ahead and slide this out. I like the red. I mean, personally I'm a Dillon blue type guy, but don't get me wrong, I got lots of Lee products over there, and I got plenty of Hornady stuff around here, so I'm not just strictly a Dillon type guy. Anyways, there's that little unit. So I am going to get it set up and see how it performs. Hopefully it does what I need it to do and makes my brass last longer. The hose. So you're going to use this to attach to the torch. That way your bottle is not hanging off awkwardly. So I'll get this thing all set up in a video, but I just kind of wanted to do an unboxing on it. So if you haven't used an annealer for brass before, It's definitely worth its weight in gold. Makes your brass last a lot longer. It makes converting brass a lot easier. But even if you're not converting brass, even if you're not taking 6.5 Creedmoor and turning it into 8.6 Blackout, or doing 556 into 300 Blackout, which nobody's doing that nowadays because 300 Blackout brass is way too easy to get. But anyways, even if you're just loading, you're loading something like 338 Lapua Magnum, that's an expensive piece of brass. And this machine here is going to make each one of your pieces of brass last longer. This new burst fire Gen 2, because in my opinion, this is possibly the easiest to use and most well put together unit in the market. Now, a couple of safety things we want to get out of the way is the fact that you are using a torch, so be mindful of that. The brass that's dropping out is hot. You don't want to pick it up right after it comes off of the wheel. All right, first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get this thing plugged in. And there we go. Okay, let's go ahead and check the speed settings. Very nice. All right, let's turn that down. So now this does have two different options for your case speed, and we want to see which one we're going to use. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some Creedmoor brass. So this is all new, unfired, Hornady 6.5 Creedmoor brass. It's what I found to be the easiest for converting to 8.6 Blackout, because you do not have to worry about turning the necks. So the thickness of the neck on a lot of other brass we've used has required us to actually turn it, and that just adds time to something that's already kind of time consuming. So we're not going to be doing that. Instead, we're going to go ahead and use all Hornady brass. Super convenient. Now with my old annealer, it didn't have a hose, so the tank actually stuck off the side like this, which was super inconvenient. This one, it has a hose included with the Gen 2. So this allows you to actually mount it and keep your tank somewhere else. We're going to go ahead and set that up, and then we will be right back. It's time for us to get the torch head mounted, and to do that we're going to use the provided Allen key. So all the bolts that you're going to need to actually use on this for changing your wheels or mounting your torch use the same size Allen, which is super convenient. So we've actually already loosened these up off video to make it a little bit faster. And there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and mount the torch in here, just about like that. A bit loose for now, but we want to still be able to move it around to make adjustments. So okay, there we go, and set that up there. Okay, the hose, obviously one side goes to the tank and one side goes to the torch tip. So go ahead and screw this in just like that. There we go, nice and tight. Go ahead and screw this bottle on. And there we go. Okay, now I'm just going to set that out of my way for now. Hello, Wookie. Alright, now what we want to do is go ahead and see where our brass is going to be, so we know where we want to aim our torch. We've got the annealer basically set up, and what we are going to do is adjust the position of our torch. And I just want to be about 1 inch away. And I want it to aim kind of right on the neck and the shoulder, because for Blackout, that's the part of the brass that we're really going to be working. So now that I've got that aimed where I want it, let me go ahead and lift that out, and let's get a lighter and light this torch and see if we're kind of where we want to be. I've got my torch lit. I've got it aimed where I want. It's about 1 inch away. Now, it's really easy to make fine adjustments to get that optimal flame, and I want mine right about there. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, and we're going to see just about how fast I need. So I'm going to set it at 20, set it at 25, which I think might be a little bit fast, but we're going to go ahead and try it out. Okay, and there we go. Adjust that just a little bit. I want it just slightly out. Now, when I'm doing this, I like to use this cookie sheet or this old pan. Don't go get a new one out of your significant other's stuff, because they might not be very happy with you if you do. But basically, as you can see, the part of the brass that's really going to be worked, I'm going to go ahead and aim it a little bit more at the tip, right there. Alright, so I've got it set up. I've got it set at 25, which I think is right about where I want it. And I've got it aimed right where I want it. My flame is adjusted. And we're going to go ahead and see how it does. This is what I'm using to make all of my 8.6 Blackout brass. So I find that when I spend a lot of money on good quality brass, I want it to last. And this helps do that. So by annealing it, it kind of takes off some of the stress that gets put on it when you are sizing it. If seeing the way that I do my brass and what works best for me is something that you're interested in, definitely let me know. But I just wanted to take a time to really give a shout out to about this, because Burstfire is an amazing company. It's great to see the progress that they've had, and I'm really happy to have added this to my reloading equipment. One thing, if you know me, you know that I like high-end equipment, and I love my Dillon presses. I love anything that makes it easier, but also makes it efficient and accurate. I want consistency, then that's right up my alley. So there's other ways that you could do this, but for the price point of this unit, it's pretty hard to beat this little unit. I'm gonna get to loading some stuff so that hopefully you guys can see some videos popping up tomorrow, the next day, and throughout the next few weeks of my experiences with 8.6 Blackout, because we're gonna get lots of chrono data and see what kind of velocities we're pushing on our subs and on our supers. Again, we are on our mission to hit 1,000 subscribers. We don't know what tomorrow holds with YouTube for us, or anybody like us that makes content like this, so we're just going to enjoy it while it lasts. If you find enjoyment, or even if you don't find enjoyment, you should subscribe anyways, because I appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.